Hello everybody, we are in San Fernando.
There's a nice sign there too.
And you can see by all the Googie signs here, it's kind of like from 1956. There it says Beeps, but that's not where we're going. We're not going for a malt today. We are looking for historical stuff. We're looking for all those things that got forgotten. Remember back in the day when there was big neon signs and big car washes and all those things? Well, they disappeared, but not entirely. And we're on the hunt for them today in San Fernando Valley. So come along for the adventure. You're going to like it. And we'll go hunting for those lost relics. Very interesting. We're over by Van Nuys Airport, and we can see planes just right here to the side of the road. There's one right there. And it's very 60s-ish looking here as we come by this little regional airport. This is funny, we're driving right next to planes right now, so that's kind of strange. You get to here to Stag, look for these green signs over here on the left that'll show you how to get to the Valley Relics Museum, because it's kind of obscure getting to the entrance. Found the entrance. It's in between the warehouses here, apparently. There it is, over there to the left.
Museum open. And he's building C and D.
Apparently we're attached to the airport here. The entrance to the museum is a little bit nondescript. It says Charlie 4 Parkway. You would not tell except for the sign. There's this other interesting thing next to it that's making other signs, but this is where you want to go. This little Charlie 4 Parkway, 7900 Balboa Avenue. So we are immediately greeted by Alvin and the Chipmunks and a Bob's Big Boy. Bob's Big Boy being a restaurant that's still around, but you don't see many of them. And what are you reading here?
Jack Oakey.
Oh, who's Jack Oakey?
A guy that made 87 films.
Okay. It says here that Jack Oakey would hide his whiskey in his violin music box case. This was Jackie's last bottle of whiskey. I've never even heard of this guy before. Apparently he liked
He was a vaudeville guy.
yeah, and he liked matchboxes. Very interesting. Here in airport, and so there's a lot of model airplanes here, and some air gear here, some training gear, a bomb bay door locking mechanism from an F-117A stealth fighter, and a bunch of
Colonel
cups.
Lindbergh.
Colonel.
Coming to LA.
Oh, okay. When did he come? We missed him.
Tuesday, September 20th, so apparently next month.
Oh, okay. So we haven't missed him yet. There are a lot of cool vinyl and neon signs here. They're pretty much all over the roof here. Some old newspapers about World War II. Allies capture Salamaua. Okay. Then we have Japs and USA at, Japs bombing Pearl Harbor. That's Monday, December the 8th, 1941, the day after Pearl Harbor. We have a bunch of old TVs here, and a Wurlitzer, and an engine order telegraph. That's a uniform from the Bad News Bears right there. I remember that movie from the 80s, the Bad News Bears. And then, remember all the lunch boxes. Apparently this is what happened to all the lunch boxes. I remember I had a Heathcliff lunchbox. That was the thing back in the day. They were very colorful, but they didn't last very long because, of course, kids used them and they put food inside of their lunch boxes. Sigmund and The sea monsters. I don't remember that one. Oh, Mr. Huff and Puff, Land of the Lost. Lots of 70s ones here. We have the band from the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and some posters in Spanish and in German over here. And then we have E.T. This was Spicoli's van from the movie. And then we have some more posters from the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Lots of different memorabilia from that movie here. We have Linda Barrett from the movie. They have a Kenner doll there. Looks like a Star Wars figurine, but it's from the movie Fast Times. Lots of movie stills from the movie there as well. Just lots. Somebody was definitely a fan of that movie. Oh, it's the door.
She's got her name tag on here, so it's the actress's door. It's
the actress's Eve Plum's door from the Brady Bunch. And the Pope smokes dope.
Jan Brady.
Jan Brady, yep. It's her bedroom door. From the movie, it says donated by the actress Eve Plum, who played Jan Brady on the hit series.
But
and it was her bedroom door.
It's got this. There's no way it's from
that was
set. It's
got to be a dressing room. Yeah. She really liked putting lots of stickers on her door. And apparently she was into marijuana. And then here's a whole thing on the Bad News Bears. Here's a whole thing on the Bad News Bears. Lots of memorabilia from that movie from 1976. There was a lot of sequential movies there. They even have a baseball signed by the cast there. Lots of pictures from that movie. And that's when they went later in the middle 80s to Japan. That was their last movie. Very interesting. In California, we've had a lot of buildings that have different shapes, like the tamale, or the pig, or the owl, or the Egyptian. There's the Brown Derby. The Brown Derby doesn't exist anymore. Oh, down here we have an Academy Award. That's interesting. This museum has a little bit of everything. Here are some fossilized mammoth remains. There's a molar and some snails and a fossilized jaw of a fish. There's just everything in here. There's some posters from Roy Rogers. Oh, and here's the suit from Pee-wee's Big Adventure here by Paul Herman. Paging Mr. Herman. That's Paul Rubens, of course, the actor from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. In the 70s, there used to be a castle at Universal Studios, and they used to have this monster show, and Jeff Daniel Phillips was one of the actors who would portray in that. Oh, and then here's from the Monsters there. You have a signed autograph there. James Mansfield, pinup star from the 60s. Here's some more stuff of hers from the 60s. You could buy a James Mansfield shaped hot water bottle. That would definitely heat you up. Have some masks here from Planet of the Apes. After all these years, they're definitely deteriorating, but it's very interesting to see them there. Different masks from that movie. What we got here? Oh, we got some records here. Everything here at the Relics Museum, just everything that Hollywood loses, I guess, over time. We do have some arcades here in the back, and they're all set on free play, so you can play them. And here there's even more signs out here. There's just all sorts of things. There's like Pioneers, chicken. So many signs here at the Valley Relics Museum. The Try to play some pinball now and see how that works. The pinball machines were fun. This one, the left bumper wasn't working, but this one was fun. They got Street Fighter 2. Well, I won a few rounds, but ultimately ended up losing, but it was fun playing the old games here. Oh, they have the Dance Dance Revolution. I can try that one out. We got an old phone booth over here. So many signs here. They have a directory for all the signs. We got the Animaniacs back there. We got a LAPD Cruiser back here. There's just so many signs here. Kind of crazy. Some original McDonald's uniforms here with the Ronald McDonald Cash Show. Apparently there was a Ben-Hur show diorama from the home of Dragnet Adam 12. Okay. Wow. So much crazy stuff. Oh, and this is interesting. It's the Friends couch. The original Friends couch is actually here in the Relics Museum. Didn't expect to see that. The original Friends couch is still preserved, and it's in San Fernando in the Valley Relics Museum here in San Fernando, California. The 70s and 80s were definitely an interesting time. So much memorabilia out there. I remember the Garbage Pail Kids. And before the Garbage Pail Kids were, of course, the Cabbage Patch Kids. The Cabbage Patch Kids, and we didn't have video game consoles back then. We had these little light-up electronic games. And there was lots of comics, of course, back in the 80s. Very interesting. Check this out. It's the car from Back to the Future. Back to the Future, this was what Marty McFly drove later on. Or maybe this was Biff's car. I can't remember. You can let me know in the comments. But I remember this from Back to the Future. 1985 Toyota R5 extended cab pickup truck from Back to the Future. And it's fully preserved. This is the one that Marty McFly drives from that movie. That is pretty cool. And it's been fully restored. Very interesting. Definitely lots of interesting memorabilia here.
Yes. Lots of things happening in the valley.
Interesting thing about the Valley Relics Museum is if you have enough money, you can actually buy some of the relics. Which one? Oh, the books, yes. Encyclopedia Britannica, which you would buy one at a time because it was too expensive.
The yearbooks and the updates, you know, everything that like changed that year.
And I totally remember these, like, what happened in the year you were born. We are now on historic Route 66, aka Santa Monica Boulevard, which is historic within its own right. And we're getting hungry, so we're gonna check out an appropriate place to eat for this video. So we're hoping that we find it here. But the buildings here are interesting too. That's the thing about LA, is you find some very interesting buildings. So we felt like the most appropriate place to go for on this adventure would be Cafe 50's Diner. So we're going to check it out. Open 8 a.m. every day till midnight, it says. Looks like many 50 stars have been here. Lots of autographs all over the place, even on the ceiling. Apparently, while you're waiting for your food, you can play table games, and we're playing Connect 4.
We are.
So I'm going to play Red. Smoked salmon.
Eggs Benedict smoked salmon.
with grits and potato.
It was supposed to be grits instead of potatoes. They forgot. I got grits and potatoes.
It doesn't matter though. My favorite, a Monte Cristo with some onion rings. If you have the time and not too much money, it was $50 for the two of us for 2 meals. You definitely want to check out Cafe 50s. It's a trip. It's a blast to the 50s and 60s, and there's memorabilia and relics all over the walls. Oh, there's all the board games you can play. Reform School Girl.
Hey, bring along the Sesame.
We decided that you can't get that close to the beach without going to the beach, so that's where we went. We're now going down the stairs, and we're going to cross the Pacific Coast Highway on a bridge, a walkable bridge, to get to the actual sand. According to the sign there, it says the bridge is from 1935. So it's been holding up people across the Pacific Coast Highway for a long time. Yeah, because you have to cross all those lanes to get to inside. You can do it in the morning pretty easy, but not right now. And these houses over here, it's minimum $5 million to own one of these little houses here, which is also crazy stacked up. It's nice and cool. We're on an actual boardwalk here, walking out to the water. We'll see how far this goes. And there's the famous Santa Monica Pier over there to the left. I'm not going there today. Well, Denise wanted to touch the ocean, so we did it. I actually touched the ocean myself, not because I wanted to, because the wave got me kind of fell a bit higher than I thought I was going to get. Over here you can rent bikes. How much does it cost to rent a bike? It turned out to be about $40 for an all-day bike rental, or you could go a little bit less if you wanted to just do an hour.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed our little hunt for our valley relics, and we hope that you enjoy the next video. And as always, stay curious. Thank you for watching.